All right, thank you, Jake. We do expect an update today in the case of a McPherson daycare provider accused of child abuse. Now, court documents show that Kimberly Horn is facing multiple charges, accusing her of cruel and inhumane punishment of a child under the age of 6. Now, the Kansas Department of Health and Environment suspended her license on Friday. We reached out to McPherson police, who say they can't release further details. Horn is expected in court for a preliminary hearing later today. We'll update you on that case on 12 News.
Today in Sedgwick County, we expect an update on 2 separate deadly shooting cases. A man charged in the deadly shooting expected in court for a preliminary hearing, and that's Craig Steele. He's charged in connection to a deadly shooting in April in South Wichita. Police say Eric Lopez Morales shot and killed during a fight outside of a hotel near Harry and Broadway. We'll let you know what happens in the courtroom in this case.
The Sedgwick County judge expected to decide today whether the case will proceed against a man charged in a deadly shooting. Pedro Morones is facing first-degree murder for the death of Abram Galvan in Wichita's Riverside neighborhood. This happened more than 4 years ago, and the U.S. Marshal's Office helped arrest Morones after police received a tip.
New for this morning from Pratt County. A Minnesota man dead after a crash happened about 12:30 yesterday afternoon north of Pratt near K61 and 60th Avenue. The Kansas Highway Patrol says the driver lost control of his Jeep, went into the ditch and rolled. He died at the scene. No one else was hurt.
An 80-year-old Augusta woman arrested following a deadly crash made her first appearance in court on Monday. Chloe McLaughlin faces 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter while driving under the influence. The crash happened last month at Central and Webb. Police say Lachey Bell and Anaya Bell both died after being hit by the truck driven by McLaughlin. Supporters of the Bells were there for the hearing. They tell us they want to see McLaughlin held accountable for what happened.
Whether they call it involuntary or not, every day we make choices. And some of your choices you have to pay for, because choices made are choices lived with. So you need to show up and take accountability for the things that have happened.
McLaughlin scheduled to be back in court later this month.
City of Wichita planning for the future of its city parks. At today's meeting, city council members expected to approve a contract with a consulting firm to help update the park's master plan. If approved, the city council will pay a firm more than $300,000 to survey the parks, public golf courses, and determine how to maintain them in the future. Now, the city's parks master plan last updated in 2016, so the city hopes to have a new plan in place for 2026 through 2035.
A popular garden in Wichita wants to continue its water conservation efforts. Today, the city council is expected to approve a grant request for Botanica to receive funding for its supply. Botanica has recycled test water from the new water treatment plant, and now they want to create a STEM learning center for K-12 students to learn about conservation and plants that grow in water. Botanica would expand south into Sim Park to add some extra space. If Botanica is selected for one of these state grants, it could receive up to $7 million.
With less than 2 months until the general election, you'll want to make sure that you're registered to vote. Today, National Voter Registration Day. In Sedgwick County, the deadline to register for the general election Tuesday, October 14th. Early in-person voting starts Monday, October the 20th, ahead of Election Day, Tuesday, November the 4th. And if you're on the Wichita State campus today, you can register at the Radican Student Center. There's an event going on. The registration event runs from 8 a.m. until 11 this morning.